Breaking situation in Brazil. Thousands of supporters of ousted former President Bolsonaro storming the presidential and congressional buildings, demanding he be restored to power. The scenes reminiscent of January 6 here in the U.S. Many of the protesters there wearing the national colors of yellow, green, and blue. Riot police confronting demonstrators outside, firing tear gas. Officials say extra police have been mobilized to try to bring order. Some protesters ransacking offices, others appearing to steal equipment and calling for the military to intervene and overturn the election Bolsonaro lost. The former president, who has been called Latin America's Trump, is believed to be in Miami, skipping the inauguration of his leftist rival Lula da Silva, who defeated him in October's election. Late today, da Silva blamed Bolsonaro for the unrest. President Biden is now weighing in. ABC's Matt Rivers leads us off.
Tonight, democracy under attack in Brazil. Thousands of protesters violently storming the country's presidential offices and Congress in the capital of Brasilia, in an attack eerily reminiscent of what the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol looked like just 2 years ago. The protesters, all supporters of former President Jair Bolsonaro, who was defeated in October presidential elections by current President Lula da Silva, inaugurated just 1 week ago. The violent rioters battling with police, firing tear gas in the air as they vandalized government offices, all claiming Bolsonaro didn't really lose the election. Fortunately, the government was not in session. Bolsonaro himself spent years sowing doubt about Brazil's election systems, even saying the recent results where he lost couldn't be trusted. Brazil's courts and independent experts say that's not true, and that was apparent when we traveled to Brazil to cover the race in October.
In a deeply divided election, Lula's supporters here say they're not just voting for his policies, but for the future of Brazilian democracy.
Bolsonaro's false claims of fraud, the driving force behind today's violence. Protesters demanding da Silva leave office, calling him an illegitimate president as they entered government offices for what some called an occupation.
President da Silva saying tonight that he will immediately return to the capital and blaming Bolsonaro for inciting the violent attack with his claims of election fraud.
It all looks and sounds remarkably similar to the events of January 6, 2021. Former President Trump is one of Jair Bolsonaro's self-proclaimed political idols. Bolsonaro joined Trump in denying the U.S. election results and seems to have followed Trump's political playbook to a T. And just like Trump's election lies contributed to the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol, we're seeing violence play out again, this time in the world's fourth largest democracy.
We know those images all too well. Matt joins us now live. Matt, we know President Biden just commented on today's violence in Brazil. What is he saying about all this?
Yeah, Lindsay, President Biden condemning the violence, calling the assault, quote, outrageous. Meanwhile, the American embassy in Brasilia urging Americans to stay away from the area at this time. Jair Bolsonaro himself yet to comment on the attack.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.